CQ. This is calling the Mountaineer Amateur Radio Association WeatherNet. This net meets each Wednesday at 9 p.m. local time for the purpose of recruiting and training a reliable group of weather observers to report weather and road conditions throughout the area. The MARA Repeater Roundtable net meets after this net closes. All amateurs are invited to check in and to report the following weather information if it is available. Current sky conditions, visibility, current temperature, precipitation, wind speed and direction, barometric pressure and tendency, humidity, and any weather-related road conditions. Do we have any mobile check-ins? Please call at this time. Nothing heard. Any other stations wishing to check in, please call Kilo 8. Please spread them out. NA. Whiskey. Control. Pro. Whiskey. Hey, let's stop there. Net recognizes in Tiger and W. Haven't heard you for a while. Good evening. Good evening. Very solid signal tonight. I wonder what antenna you're on. You can tell us later. And W. Pete, good evening. Any additional check-ins, please call now. Kilo. Good evening, I believe it is. Any additional check-ins? One more time before we start. Hearing nothing, let's go ahead and get started. 7 check-ins tonight so far, including me. My weather station is down, and it's been down for a while, and I haven't gotten around to look at it. It's 62 degrees here. I'm in South Fairmont, off of near the Marion Taylor line. I'm about a mile from the Taylor County line in Marion. And hi, go ahead with your report, please.
Hi, and everyone joining us on the net. Okay, I have to go kind of hunt and pick here. But I have 64 degrees presently, and we had a high of 77, low of 52 today. Humidity 86%. Saying presently clear. The roads are dry. Wind and rain not available. My barometer is 30.06 and basically steady. That's all I can give for my report this evening. This is
from thank you, Greg, for your report. report, QSL. Next up is and go ahead with your report, please.
Good evening, Net Control and everyone on the net. My name is my call is I have a temperature of 61, clear skies, calm winds, the roads are clear and dry. And with that, back to you, Net Control.
From QSL, your report. Thank you. Let's do one more and we'll pause for additional check-ins. I am trying to remember your call sign and I'm drawing a blank. Go ahead with your report, please. Your handle, not your call sign.
This is W8SP. I'm on the side of Fairmont here. My name is and my outdoor temperature at this time is 60 degrees. The humidity is at 71%, and high outdoor today has been 93 degrees.
Ain't no way the redacted side of Fairmont got up in the 90s.
And the low is 60, which is the same temperature it is now. The pressure is 290.91, and the wind is calm, no reading at this time, and the streets are dry. Back to Net Control. Over.
Your name slipped my mind. You were on our Zoom session the other night. You've been on there several times, Chuck. QSL, your report. Thank you very much. Let's pause now for any additional check-ins for the Mountaineer Amateur Radio Association WeatherNet. Please call. Nothing heard. Nothing breaking the squelch. Go ahead with your report, please.
Net Control and everybody else on the net. This is right before I get started with my weather report here. You noted you took a mention that I was getting to the repeater better. Well, the reason why is I have a new radio here that is shooting 10 watts, and I'm using my mobile antenna that's just outside of my house here. And ever since I used this type of setup, I've gotten very great signal reports from all the other repeaters around the area. And now it's time for the weather report. The conditions are clear. It's 57 degrees. Barometric pressure at 28.5. Humidity at 95%. The winds are calm. No precipitation recorded at this time. The visibility is 18 miles. And the streets are clear. And that's my weather report for you. And back to you, Net Control. This is K.
Okay. Hey, Roger, your report. Yeah, you're solid into the repeater with that setup. And you right now you have the low temperature on the net there. Go ahead with your report, please.
This is W8SP. Good evening. Thanks for running the net this evening. Okay, here's our report. This is from Road in Morgantown, West Virginia. And temperature here is 58 degrees. Relative humidity is 94%. Barometric pressure 30.10 inches of mercury. Zero precipitation in the last 24 hours. Roads are dry. Visibility about 10 miles. Sky is clear. And we have a wind of 4 miles an hour out of the southeast. That's our report. Back to you.
KE8, sorry, QSL, thank you very much. Next up is, getting ahead of myself. Go ahead with your report, please.
From downtown Morgantown, the temperature right now is about 64 degrees, with winds from the south at about 4 or 5 miles per hour, 71% humidity with clear skies, and our pressure is showing right around 30.17 inches of mercury. That's my report at Net Control.
Thank you, QSL, from, do we have any other additional stations wishing to check in to the Mountaineer Amateur Radio Association WeatherNet? Please call. Heard, do we have any announcements pertaining to the WeatherNet? Nothing heard. Not on here tonight. Last week, those of you that weren't on the net, we talked about maybe having a low power repeater test with a 12-volt battery about 5 or 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes before 9 o'clock next week, but I don't know if we're going to get it set up in time. Be the net control, just as information, if we can pull it off. We wanted to see what the coverage is with only 20 watts versus 50. Does anyone have any announcements of a general nature? Please sign your call. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to close the net. We had 7 check-ins tonight. Close it at 12 after 9. 0112 GMT. On 921. Now open the MARA repeater roundtable since there's no more business for the WeatherNet. Stations wishing to participate are invited to check in. Others are excused and are free to secure. For the MARA roundtable, this is your net control station. Do we have any check-ins for the roundtable?
Checking in for the roundtable.
Net Control, this is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Quebec Xander at Fairmont State University. Checking in for the roundtable.
Hey, and KE8 Yankee Quebec Xander. Good evening again, Xander, and good evening, Xander, and good evening again. My voice is, I've been fighting a cold, and my voice is a little bit scratchy. So what I'm going to do is turn it over to first one to check in, and I will be listening for another 10 minutes or so. You guys need anything, I'll be on. But go ahead and take it. You're up first. Thanks for checking in, guys, and if I don't talk to you again, good night. Go ahead.
Good net control. I hope you get better soon. For the first thing here, I do like the setup I am currently using. I am very surprised I'm able to get into the repeater this well using this setup, especially using the external microphone. And then my question is for Xander here. You ready for Saturday, Xander? It's going to be a busy one, man. Alright, I'm going to switch it over to Xander.
Thank you, Drew. You're making the repeater very well, I'll definitely say. And it'll be interesting to see how this setup copes with the potential low power test whenever that may occur. Regarding Saturday, I guess I'm about as ready as I can really be. Before the show, I'm going to be working I forget what they called it, the booth where you can just show up, pay, and get an announcement right over the PA system, so I'll be working that. I went over to Wallman this morning at about 10 o'clock and worked with Schwartz. Of course, I got interrupted by the fire drill, but we were able to get down all the parts for, I think, Caravan, but I just need to put them all together, and we were not able to work on Birdland for summertime, and we're not going to have time to meet until next Wednesday again, but, you know, I'll do what I can. Back to you.
Oh, at least you gained some of the parts down there, Xander. At the end of your transmission there, you did cut out there a little bit, but other than that, I can't understand what you're saying. Yeah, and the fire drill, I heard, I guess it was, somebody said there was like an automated or like a TTS, TTS, I said evacuate now in like such a strange way. It's like hilarious to some. Did you hear the same thing as well, Xander? Back to you.
I actually have a recording because I was recording because we were working on my cymbal parts at the time, and it's just a, I hate to say I know this, but it's just a basic simplex system of some variety, but that's what it was. Definitely caught us off guard, and at least it's gentler than the ones at W8SP. Those would make you go deaf.
Oh yeah, there's what definitely would make you, any high school, definitely the old high school, middle school ones, they would make you deaf, especially if you're right by it. Oh my. But, from what I heard, I guess the fire alarm that was pulled at Wallman was caused by it was an accident. Some kid, I think they said some student accidentally hit it, and that's what was the cause. But, I guess that's a little interesting. I wonder what happened to that student that accident was. I wonder if he did it on purpose, or was it a complete accident? Back to you, Xander.
I didn't know someone accidentally triggered it. I thought it was just a test, and everyone else thought so as well, or at least all the people I was with would just say Schwartz and some of the other band folks that were doing miscellaneous things in the area of 229. But, I mean, I'll send you the recording later on. I'll have to cut it up because it's about halfway through an hour-long audio file. But, yeah, back to you, Trey.
I should say my ID here real quick. This is K. That is very interesting. What's going to be very interesting now is definitely this Saturday, especially since I'm on parking duty. I'm supplying the radios for everybody to use to at least try to coordinate and trying to get the buses and people together or whatever they need to park and everything. I think the worst part about this Saturday, they're calling for like 20, well, they showed it was supposed to be cloudy now, but with a 26% chance of like a pop-up shower or so. So that's what worries me, because some of my radios, they are not waterproof at all. Back to you, Xander.
What kind of radios are you supplying for that? KE8YQQ for the ID. Back to you.
I'm going to be supplying the FRS radios, like the Midland Walkies, but I had to replace the batteries, the Retivus FRS radios. And then I had to literally just scrap the box for any radios, and kind of starting to get desperate for some working radios. So I was really debating about using the Bofangs, but I know that's illegal to use them on FRS, but if I can low power it so it doesn't interfere with anybody, I wonder if that would help, especially since we need radios.
I think the risk of getting hunted down by the Federal Communications Commission outweighs the need for radios.
So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me, so...
Personally, if my unit wasn't ham only, I would supply it, but my radio is ham only, and we're the only two people other than one of the professors that has a license on this campus, so, for what that's worth. Sorry, I can't help.
Wait, there's a professor on campus that has a ham license?
Yes, I forget who, but I'm pretty sure he's in the School of Business and Aviation. Again, I forget the name though, but someone, Professor Jackson mentioned it to me on the day when we were doing the orientation on Welcome Weekend.
Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't expect to have or hear that a professor has a ham license. That is very interesting.
Again, though, I don't know who it is, and I'd be the more likely of the two of us to run into whoever this person is, because again, if he is working in School of Business and Aviation, that's my territory here, because you're in the... I know you're a CS major, so are you in the Sciences building most of the day?
Well, I'm in like the science or the tech building. I'm in that. That's all the building I'm in for like the morning, and then after that, like tomorrow, I have to go to the library for like history and everything. And then on like Wednesdays, I have to go from like the engineering tech building to English. I forgot what hall that is. I completely forgot the name. But I'm not there like all day, not because I don't have that many classes. Plus, I couldn't really take Intro to Computer Science because I was way too late for that. And plus, given the circumstances with AV closing down and everything.
Yeah, with AB going to funk in a casket, that throws a wrench into a lot of different things. Yeah, all my classes, all but two of my classes are in Janes Hall. I have History and Hardway at 11 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, taught by Dr. Payne, and then, of course, Wallman/practice field for bands. But otherwise, I'm in Janes all day, and I'm happy with it. Close to my dorm, close to Falcon Center, easy to get around, lounge room with couches and chairs, and a free printer. What's not to love?
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel that, despite being a commuter.
Even a commuter could use a good place to just sit down. It's a good place to do some work or just hang out with a microwave in there. People will bring in food and cook it, or just chill there between classes. So it's a pretty peaceful area. You ought to check it out sometime. You got a free day or something.
Oh yeah, I probably would need to check it out one of these days here. I was thinking like one day I was going to go down to like the first or second floors of the engineering tech building and just explore around. Somebody said like they kind of got scared because like the silence and everything, and plus being underground and everything and all that.
The Urban Explorer, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely fun to adventure around a campus like this. Yeah. What all classes do you have tomorrow?
I got just math for extended till 9:15, and I got like 15 minutes till history. Then after history, around 10:30 or so, I'm done. But I have to get home since I need to do some weed eating and get rid of some dead weeds that we try to get rid of. We're getting rid of the garden for the year since things worked somewhat well, but others did not go so well because the deer ruined it all.
Yeah, and that's good you're able to go home and do that, not only because you're a commuter, but because your schedule works out. I've got Introduction to Computing at 9:30, and then Principles of Macro Econ. We did a test on Tuesday, so we don't have the class tomorrow, and I did pretty bad on the test, not going to lie, but oh well, I can't do a retake. I studied for it, like 5 minutes before it, so it'd be fresh in my mind, but no matter. But so yeah, after 10:30 tomorrow morning, I'm free all day, so maybe I'll adventure around, maybe I'll just, you know, chill in Walman, play, you know, drums or piano, or just mess about. Maybe I'll try and sleep, who knows.
Basically in the same situation that I am, where you just have a free day after like 10:30 or so.
Just less yard work and useful things though, but pretty much.
I think the bad part also about tomorrow is once I get finished doing yard work around my house, I gotta go to my grandparents' house and weed eat the road bank, since the road bank has gone a little bit nuts there.
Mercy, you're gonna be as busy as a bee tomorrow. Well, best of luck with, you know, the yard work, and someone is slowly pulling in, and I just got blinded out the corner of my eye by someone's high beams.
I always hate people using the high beams, especially on the road. Like in the mornings, I always get blinded on the road every time by like a pickup truck with their headlights on, or the high beams on, every freaking time.
And to think all the new fancy cars have the LED lights, so even on low beams it can still blind you. High point, it might as well be a mobile LASIK machine.
Yeah, it might as well be. Well, I'm going to go in my house here and, well, charge my radio, make sure my laptop's charging for tomorrow, and I need to feed the cats, because now I probably see one of the cats, one of my outside cats who's coming up to my car, and I know he wants food and everything. I'm probably going to go ahead and say 73 TX Xander. I'm going to let you say your final comment, and hopefully Net Control's still here, so you can close down the roundtable net.
We'll see if still around, but yeah, you have a good night. I guess I'll head in. My laptop, I need to put it on the charger because I've got it hooked up to my scanner recording the net. So I'll unhook that and trim the audio down, and I notch filter out the PL tone, so that makes the audio more listenable, just archive stuff. But anyways, you have a good night. You're on the net, you have a good night as well. This is Xander, K8YQQ73. Good night, everybody.
This is like he's not around, so I'm going to go ahead and close down the round table here. And now this repeater will be back into normal amateur use. And the time is 9:29.